So just finished a really busy clinic today, and was sitting here doing some dictations, and one of our scribes comes up to me and says, "Hey doc, that was one of the most depressing clinic days that I've ever seen." And I said, "You know what? You're absolutely right." Now, why was it depressing? Was it depressing because people had horrible spinal issues? No. Why it was depressing was because I spent so much of my clinic today discussing how sick these patients are, how many medications they're on, how many chronic diseases they have, their lifestyles, how they're living their lives, the discussion of what people are consuming, not just in their food or drink, but as far as chemicals they're exposed to, toxins, all kinds of other things, including constant barrage of stressors and other things. It is unbelievable how sick the population has become. So the interesting thing is that early in my career, what did I talk to people about? I talked to them about their spinal conditions. But if people were having all these other things, what did I do? I just sent them out. But now that I have become so involved in integrative, holistic care and have such a larger toolbox of things to send them out to, a bigger knowledge base, and have gone outside of the traditional, medical system, I spent so much of my clinic today getting people off to treatments which are going to address the root cause of their problems. We've got to get control of their inflammation. We've got to get them less exposed to toxins. We've got to make a difference in what people consume, okay? We've got to make a difference in their mental state, getting them into better states, more positivity, focus on things like meditation and breath work and other things, and staying away from stressors in their lives, staying away from too much social media and other things. There is so much to educate people on to make them feel and even look better. Again, this is a spine clinic we're talking about, and this was the focus of most of my day today. Why? Because people need help. They have been going to the well of traditional medical care. And guess what? They're sicker. Their medication bags are getting larger. They're not well. And this frustrates me. And I've just decided I'm not going to sit around and just say, oh, well, this isn't my problem. Go somewhere else. We've got to change our mentality on how we are approaching medicine. We need an integrative root cause approach. We need to be focusing on getting people off of their medications, not putting them on more medications. Yes, medications save millions of people, but they can also be hurtful if they're done in large quantities, and they're done without looking at the root causes of what is really going on. And you can only do that by really advanced lab panels, really looking at them, being able to spend a lot of time with them, being able to send them off for things that can really help to make a big impact. You guys have heard me talking about this for so long. Light therapies, right? All kinds of meditation, breath work, stem cell therapy. There are so many different avenues which we can be helpful to patients which don't involve medications and others, but primarily we've got to cut off the primary cause of all of these chronic diseases, and that is persistent inflammation that is not being managed. And so after our clinic, I was able to have a nice conversation with the scribe, and he heard all of the recommendations I made and everything that I did. So although many of these patients were really in bad shape, okay, they looked, some of them 20 years older than they actually are, at least we were able to put them in the right direction, and hopefully this will make a massive impact in their lives. And I really hope that this message spreads far and wide. People start looking at care in a more holistic, integrative health approach. There are so many things to offer people that are outside of the traditional Western mindset. And I want to be part of this revolution. I hope that you want to be part of the revolution. Questions, concerns, comments, please leave them down below. Always look forward to hearing what you guys say. We will see you in the next video.